Hello everybody, we are here. It is the TQ Team League. We're going to be here watching the winner of the previous game, KingDime, who really controlled the game last game. It was very impressive. He's the Protoss spawn on the top right, going up against the Protoss on the bottom left, Slug. It is Team No Skill versus Team Skynet. Unfortunately, you can't really see Skynet there, but that is what it says. Why don't you say hello, my lovely co-caster?
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I've been co-casting with my friend, and we're doing an awesome job.
Okay, anyway. It is PvP, so we'll probably be seeing a 4-gate versus 4-gate. Yeah.
If you want to look at the production tab, you see red substantially far ahead of blue already. He's finished his probe probably like 3 seconds ahead of Slug, so this game's already over.
Anyway, what I do want to note though is the fact that Slug is actually mining from guys the closest middle patches first, so he actually has nobody on this right patch that is the closest you can get for the red, but it looks like he's rallied there. So he's trying to mine as efficiently as possible. KingDime, and there's a whole lot of clicking over there. That was actually kind of funny to see. Looks like KingDime just wanted to block down the placement of the gateway.
Yeah, that's a late gate.
Yeah, so this gate is definitely behind KingDime's gateway, so this could actually be a significant factor when it comes to warp gate timings.
Did KingDime get it down at 11?
I think he did it at 12, or was it 11? I thought it was 12.
Might be a Korean for warp gate. Ooh.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some warp gate play. The only question is if one of the sketch there's that stuff called Protoss, and not just moving fast and noise. The Slug's actually going to the true gateway, I think. Yeah, there we go. So we might see a bit of zero pressure.
It's pronounced Zealot.
Yeah, it's Zealot. But anyway, okay, KingDime is actually about to get his probe back into the base, so he'll be able to see the 2-gate. But Slug, this is a really inefficient 2-gate. There's the second gateway was very, very late, and KingDime's going to go ahead and see it, and he'll probably just be able to defend it with his 1 gate and the cybernetic score. Get out a stalker next, and he'll be okay.
Yeah. When I was playing ladder yesterday, I actually got owned by 2 gateways set up like this. It was a 3 Zealot push, and I lost quite a few pros because I was unprepared. But KingDime's actually throwing out a stalker, as you mentioned, and should be able to handle any pressure that might be incoming.
Yep, what he has to do, and it's actually what he's set up to do right now, is get this Stalker and the Zealot directly to the main base of Slug, because that will be the way to prevent Slug getting all the way to the main base, because once he gets his Zealots to the main base, he can just start picking off probes, and then KingDime will be in a very hard position economically, and that would then allow Slug to just transition into a normal play. His cybernetic score is actually almost done, but it's going to be difficult for him once the Stalker gets in and starts being able to kite the Zealots.
Well, yeah, you see Slug, despite the fact that he's up on units right now, starting to fall behind. We have warp gate 89, almost 100 out of 140 seconds, so it's going to be up very soon, and there's only 2 days to deal with it, and as we know, Stalkers can kite almost infinitely, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, but KingDime with a little micro mistake. Yeah, KingDime with a little micro mistake actually allowed his Zealot to get surrounded and then just walked his Stalker into those said Zealots, but this is going to be bad. Slug has actually managed to get 3 Stalkers out, or 3 Zealots out and 2 Stalkers, and this is going to really force KingDime back. KingDime might be able to pick off that 1 Zealot, he does, but his proxy pylon is about to go down, and KingDime needs to start warping in units in terms of defense, but no, he's going to continue to go offense, but this actually is really bad. His pylon got actually completely taken out, and now he's have to warp in guys at his main base. It's going to really slow off his attack. He's going to be able to pick off that 1 Zealot, though. That's really going to help him out. But with a little bit of control, Slug should be okay, as the Zealots are now starting to attack the Stalkers. KingDime has got to run away, get more units there. He might be able to pick off that last Zealot. He does, and now he needs to retreat now. Oh, he needs to retreat, or he can just sacrifice his units. That works too.
One or the other.
Yeah, but if you look at this, Slug is actually really far ahead right now. Look at the units, 29 probes to 18. Slug should be able to take this game as long as he can just defend the small amount of units that Dime can produce.
Yeah, really. interesting to see KingDime react this way. He's got 65 energy on his Chrono Boost, so I'm not really sure. And he's supply stuck. So he's really being twisted up by the pressure he's being mounting onto Slug.
Yeah, normally the guy taking the pressure is actually the one that's really on the back foot, but really, in this case, the guy giving the pressure is being manhandled. And we have really good Stalker micro. But yeah, so we have a lot more reinforcements coming from Slug with 6 Stalkers. He's going to go ahead and start target firing the Stalkers at Dime, but Dime produced a Sentry, trying to actually split the army in half at the ramp, but that is not going to work, as that Sentry is going to go ahead and die, and KingDime's going to have to retreat with his units, as Slug can really put on some counter pressure if he wants to right now.
That was some great micro by Slug right there.
It really was. And
KingDime's Zealots were just running alongside Slug Stalkers.
Yeah, it was
Looks
impressive.
like Slug might be going for an explode.
Yeah, he is. He put down the explode, and to be safe, he threw down a couple cannons as well. Dime being in a really back foot, one of the possibilities that he might go for is actually DT tech. And it looks like just to be safe from that, we do have cannons being put down and within range of both the ramp and covering the Nexus itself. That will prevent any DT damage.
Yeah, what can I say? Slug's doing a really good job so far. Definitely nursing the lead that he generated from the first 5 minutes of the game, and now that we're approaching 10 minutes, we have 2 days versus 1 base, and quite a substantial difference in supply, 67 to 43.
Yep, and now yeah, and then our KingDime is trying to get his probe count back up, but he is still way behind, almost 10 probes behind Slug, and Slug's expo is almost going to be done. The question is, though, will the observer see it, or will they just assume it's there? Will these cannons be able to give the vision to take it out? It does get taken. No, it actually survives. And it does see the Nexus, so it is very obvious from KingDime what is going on and how far behind he really is.
It's funny. It's funny how KingDime's playing this way. He was extremely patient with macro last game, and this game he's kind of just completely turned the tables and over-pressuring, if you will. He has less supply than Slug, and he's still insisting on pressuring and not expanding.
Well, he needs the pressure. He's behind economically. He has got to do damage, or he'll just simply be out macroed. This is his only choice, and right now he's trying to dance around, prevent the disadvantage of that choke, and he does actually manage to trap a few Stalkers, but it's going to allow Slug to get his units back, and actually it's a fairly even trade from both players in that battle, which is better for Slug, because Slug has the macro advantage. He's got the expansion. He's going to be able to split up his probes, get a much better income. He's actually got Twilight Council out on the field, so he could theoretically get Blink or do some very other choices. Might go with Blink to try and snipe anything he can. And it's actually looking good for him, though the Zealot count's very strong from KingDime.
The question now is whether or not Slug will continue to upgrade his offensive attack. He's got level 1 right now, especially with that tech, the Twilight Council. I'm looking for him to get level 2.
It doesn't quite have the gas for it yet.
Yeah, you're right.
And we actually do have the 3rd and 4th gases about to be mined from Slugs. This is really going to help him continue the economic advantage that he has, as KingDime does have a Colossus out. No Thermal Lance yet, though.
Yeah, that Colossus is going to be absolutely wonderful for dealing with this gateway composition. But the thing is, whether or not Slug will be able to hold it off.
Yeah,
the Colossus numbers grow.
Alright, and you can see they're dancing around this choke. What KingDime really wants to happen is for Slug to move into the choke, and then he can get a few force fields off, prevent any micro from Slug, and then just use his Colossus and his Zealots to just destroy the Stalkers, because Stalkers will only beat Zealots with micro. If the Zealot counters a Stalker straight on, the Zealot will win easily.
Yes, you are correct.
Especially in groups, because you'll notice that Stalkers are much larger than Zealot, so a Zealot can function as a Zergling does, and then just get a big surround and just DPS it away.
So we can see the moment of truth approaching, especially now that Slug is doubling KingDime's economy, and KingDime has 2 Colossus.
Yep.
So we're really going to see
Blink, and he's gonna snipe the
wow.
Colossi. The problem is that these Zealots are gonna destroy the Stalkers in the midst of that blink. So even though that looked like a good move, sniping the Colossus, the DPS from KingDime Zealots are really gonna help him actually emerge on top in that battle.
That was ridiculous. We're going to have to see how this follows up. These cannons are going to be pretty good at repelling any Velox.
Yeah,
I don't know. The economies are just so substantially different at this point. But you might even see Slug's natural fall.
It depends on the position of KingDime. The Slugs is able to force warp in a lot more units, but he's going to have to start microing. He has Blink that will really help him, plus Force Fields. If he can trap some Zealots within range of those cannons, that will really help him. But really, he's got to get 2 more Force Fields just to block off the really great Force Fields to block off those units. And now Slug is going to be able to get a good concave if he can just get his units out to start attacking. He's got to continue warping reinforcements, use his better economy in order to win this battle with macro. The problem is KingDime is warping in a lot of Zealots. That's really going to help him take out everything.
Great use of Blink.
Yeah, we see KingDime's numbers dwindling at this point, and indeed Slug's army approaching victory.
Yeah,
the Naturals did not fall, and even though the economy is very close right now, 30 harvesters, 25 in favor of Slug. The fact that Natural's already in place and completely forced in, we'll probably see the economical advantage take home the win.
Yep, Slug is just really showing the power of macro right now. 2 base versus 1 base, twice the units. It is really a recipe for disaster with KingDime, even though KingDime had the better army composition, was able to do a lot of damage. Just the sheer reproduction makes KingDime call GG right now, so that is game.